Hello everyone, it's me, Juan Gamer 4 back in another video. Today, we're gonna be doing what I'm basically doing right now. Uh, we are gonna have we're gonna predict what's gonna happen to the upcoming death battle. That's literally gonna happen next week. In this corner, we have Asta from Black Clover versus Izuku Deku Midoriya from My Hero Academia. So, I'm going to give my predictions on what I think is going to happen and who I believe is going to win. Now, firstly, let's get the thing out. Let's get the elephant out of the room. I know a lot of people were disappointed that this is the matchup we're going to get. I was kind of disappointed too because there were two matchups that I would have loved to see. I would have loved to see Asta face against Meliodas from the Seven Deadly Sins because, both of their worlds are magic. They both have weapons, and the fact that they both have a dark form on them. I would have loved to see Asta's devil mode against Meliodas' assault form. I would have loved to see that, to be honest. Same thing with Midoriya. I would have loved to see him face against Gon from Hunter x Hunter, but it's fine, I guess. But anyways, I'm just going to put in how I think this matchup is going to go. So, where do we start off? Well, I can see why they try making this a matchup. I mean, these two are essentially the heads of the new Big Three, and you didn't know, but I'm doing air quotes when I do that. For those who don't know, the Big Three are basic. I don't know what the Big Three is, like what it means, but I know when it comes with the Big Three, people usually point to Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. And if the old veterans want to speak, they would point out Yu Yu Yakusho with Yusuke, Goku from Dragon Ball Z, and Sailor Moon from, well, Sailor Moon. But it's a little too early to decide who is. It's a little early on to say who is the Big Three of this generation. But regardless of all that, all right. So who do I think is gonna win this? Firstly, let's go with strength. I feel like in some way, I don't know. I'm just gonna say this out here now. I just think, to me, I feel like Asta is going to win this. A lot of people have been thinking, this is no matchup. Asta's going to win. Now, hold on. Let's think about this. When it comes to strength, I feel like maybe Asta will pick up the win here. I feel like he's going to pick up a win. Like, don't get me wrong. Midoriya is strong, but I just don't see him scaling to Asta. I think he might. I don't know. When it comes to speed, though, I feel like Asta and Deku would have this battle. Like, they're gonna have like some flashy techniques where they're like very high speeds that it will take all of us to like slow down the video to see what's going on. But I feel like when it comes to speed, I feel like Midoriya might get the speed advantage. I don't know. Asta is strong, but when it comes to speed, I feel like Izuku could do this. Like, Midoriya could do this because of his quirk. Durability? Durability. I'm not sure about durability with these two, but I'm going to go with Asta on this one because I'm sorry, but please get Midoriya some new arms, bro. Look at him. Do you not see what's going on with him? Like, my bro, like, you need to swap out his arms. Or, I don't know, get him some robotic arms, like what happened to Nero from Devil May Cry. Now, I would like to point abilities to Asta, but I feel like these two are both like, in terms of abilities. Like, Asta has a variety of spells that he could use in his disposal. And Midoriya ain't no slouch too, because the All for One, his quirk, that was passed down by All Might, is essentially gathering is basically using every quirk that the previous wielders of it uses. Like Midoriya has access to Black Whip, and I'm definitely, most certainly, think that Death Battle is going to include Black Whip, because I feel like that's Midoriya's way of trying to get the sword away from Asta. Because there's no way I can physically see Deku trying to get a close hit to Asta if Asta is just wielding his blade. Like, Midoriya needs to play smart on this. And he is smart, okay? He is smart. Okay? Midoriya is smart. This man literally has like a encyclopedia of all the quirks of all the heroes he's seen. Like, at this point, this scares me, because if Midoriya ever turns evil in the OG series, this man would be like as like calculated as, I don't know, like he would know what to do, how to counter that attack, and exploit it to his advantage. Like, Deku would be very OP as a villain, not in terms of strength, but in terms of, fooling around his opponents, because he knows what their abilities can do and how to counteract that ability. Now it comes to hacks. I'm not sure, bro. I might have to give it to Asta on this one, because as much as people are gonna bash me saying that no, Midoriya has his shine, I don't care. This man always is in a bed afterwards. Like, my boy, like, he has to resort to his legs. Now, I already went over IQ, but what about battle IQ? It's kind of complicated to say, because these two are like, I don't know. I feel like I would give it to Asta. I'm not trying to be biased here, okay? I'm not trying to be biased, but logistically speaking, as I'm going through the episodes, Asta was essentially more trying to get to his magic. He was training all the time to acquire an ounce of magic. Deku, I think he only started training after he met All Might. So if he had never met All Might, or if All Might hadn't had him, that was weird to say. If All Might hadn't met Midoriya as he did, Deku would still be an ordinary kid. Well, Asta was still trying to prove that he is magical, and he's been training all the time just so he can awaken his magic. So I have to give it to Asta, because it's true. Combat wise, again, I don't know, it might be these two, but I'm mostly going with Asta, because he can fly, but so can DQ. Like, the recent episode of My Hero Academia just dropped, and I saw my boy flying. Like, apparently he has awakened the next move within All For One. He had Black Whip, and now he has Flight. I believe that's what it's called. But considering that it came out recently, like today, I'm not so sure if Death Battle is going to include the fact that this man can now fly. So, yeah, most likely we're not going to see Deku flying. Now, in terms of gadgets, I think Asta could be like this, but I don't know. Like, honestly, it's down to Asta's blade against the Black Whip. Because I'm just interested to see how they would go with the Black Whip and Asta's blade. Like, I'm pretty sure Asta can summon his blade back to sender. And if not, this man is very skilled. What prevents this man to simply dodge the Black Whip's attack and grab his sword in a cool manner? Like, I'm just saying, man. And yes, I'm fanboying over here because I'm recently enjoying Black Clover. What else? Experience. experience-wise, I feel like I'm literally trying not to be biased on this one. Like, people are going to say in the comments that I'm biased. I'm just trying to find a way out, but I'm just trying to find out how Deku could be on this one. But so far, all I've been saying is, oh, Asta can do this, Asta can do that, blah, blah, blah. But in terms of experience, I don't know. I mean, like, in terms of experience, I might give it to Deku. I might just throw him a bone right here. But it's just that, I don't know. Like, I just don't see Asta literally looking at every wizard and say, oh yeah, okay, I'm going to write that in here in these scrolls I'm going to carry. No, Deku has literally been looking. He's been looking and pointing down all the heroes and their quirks. And I know that doesn't mean experience, but I feel like in terms of it, I don't know. Plus, I think Deku's been training with lots of mentors. And I think he's recently now in the new episodes, he's being trained to fly. But again, we're not sure if Death Battle is going to actually show us that this man can fly. Well, I mean, like, either that or, I don't know, try making Deku at least float up. Okay? Like, fly up. Or, be in the air with the assist of Black Whip. So, I don't know. I just feel like Asta's gonna probably win. I'm sorry for all you My Hero Academia fans. Hey, scratch that. I'm sorry all you hidden gems in the My Hero Academia fans. Like, all you good fans, and not the ones who are toxic and literally ship Deku with All Might and Aizawa. Like, I haven't even watched My Hero Academia as much, but I know that is wrong. But I just think that Asta is going to take the win here. I'm sorry. Like, I'm literally not trying to be as biased to be, but it's like I'm just looking through it and it's just Asta's just getting the win here. I don't know what to tell you. If Deku is smart, I mean, he is smart, but if Deku can be as smart in the battlefield and try to keep the blade away from Asta, he might have an edge here. And also because there's another edge. It's a certain rule that I would like to pronounce it. I would like to call it the Death Battle Rule. For those who don't know, the Death Battle Rule is basically if your series has been introduced to Death Battle and your representative of your universe fails, most likely the next challenger in your universe will most likely win in the next Death Battle. And since All Might, yes, All Might was All Might was the first person to represent My Hero Academia against Might Guy, and we all know how that happened. And we know how that happened. Might Guy wins. Most logic indicates that Death Battle will most likely give the win to Midoriya because of give My Hero Academia a win-win scenario. However, as I said, this rule has a double-edged sword because there are actually instances where this rule can actually fail. That's right, failed. Because most definitely or not, the next representative of that universe will most likely fail as well. I like to point to the franchise that mostly suffered about this the most, Bleach, where Ichigo lost to Naruto. You can't tell, but I'm boiling my arms for it. And Aizen, he failed about it too. So honestly, it's a double-edged sword. So even with giving giving Midoriya the Death Battle rule, I feel like technically Asta's gonna win. And that's what I got for now, guys. So hopefully, leave me down in the comments below what what you're expecting who's going to win. And I'll catch you guys next time.